Do you want a cheap and easy way to keep what you do on the internet anonymous and secure? Try ProXPN. For $6.25 a month, you can safely surf the web anywhere in the world. Do you travel a lot? With ProXPN, you can even get on websites such as YouTube and Netflix that are blocked in some countries. Devices currently supported with premium membership are Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. ProXPN, keeping you anonymous since 2009. Try today. Link in the description below.
Hi guys, Joe here with History Reviews again. Today we are reviewing, it's kind of a long 4-year overdue review, which you guys probably by now know all about it. But we're going to do it anyways because we can, dang it. We are reviewing not only the PS4 controller and its functions for those who are going to buy one, because PS4 Pro recently came out, so, I mean, it's a controller, but, you know, we're going to review the controller and we're going to review the skin on it. With the PS4 controller, you have, I know this is covered with the skin, but bear with me. You have the share button right here. When you hit that, you instantly have options that pop up, whether you want to share it to Twitch, the footage that you want to capture. You hold down the share, and it'll start capturing gameplay or whatever you're doing. If you hit it, it takes a picture, but if you hold it down, you're going to record a maximum 15 minutes of gameplay, no matter what you're doing. Max is 15 only, unless you live stream. But you know, you hit that, and then you can record up to 15 minutes of gameplay footage. If you hold it down even longer, you can start live streaming. So the share button, you can live stream and you can record gameplay. That's really cool. You can stream right to your YouTube account, your Twitch account, your Vimeo account, any account that you have that is available that the PS4 is compatible with. You can stream to your gameplay and stream it right to YouTube. It'll upload after you're done. Hit the share button again when you're live streaming, it'll stop. Your options button is right here. I know it's covered. The words are there on each side, the share and options. Options is basically the pause button of the PS4. Now, I'm a very nostalgic gamer and things like that. I would prefer it not to say options, more so start, because a lot of times it's like, you know, options, I mean, I guess options menu, which it doesn't really bother me that bad. But, so we have the share, we have the options, and then, you know, the X, the square, the circle, and triangle, the basic buttons on the PS4 controller. You have the analogs, the PS4 button. When you hit that, it'll turn on the controller unless it's dead, and it'll turn on the system. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the charging port back here. You can see it right here. You can plug in actually a phone charger, and it'll charge it up just fine. You have your back triggers, your front buttons, L1, R1, L2, R2, things like that. And yeah, so this is a skin on it. It's actually just a standard black controller. And most importantly, the coolest is the touchpad feature. You can type with this. You can actually click it. You can actually push down on it. But the trackpad has a lot of features. And in PS4, their games, they make the trackpad a really big feature in a lot of their games. Like this for Call of Duty, you hit it and it brings up the scoreboard. In the first PS4 games, they really wanted to show off the trackpad. You won't find it in later games because they just wanted to show it off at first. But in a lot of the earlier, first couple hundred games, they wanted to show off the trackpad feature. So some maybe you'd aim like this, or you'd bring up like a navigational map and you'd navigate it with this because it's a touchpad. You can type like this, move the cursor around and type on it like that. So that's pretty cool. I love the controller. Very simplistic. Now, light bar, that's pretty cool. If you're playing GTA 5, little known fact, when the police are when they're catching up to you, or you have the cops, this will flash blue and red. And the PS4 controller also has a nice feature where the cop audio in GTA 5, what they say will come over this. The cop the radio is real cool. It comes through the channel. This, a lot of the games, almost every single PS4 game has that feature. Game audio or a certain cool effect will play. The audio will play through your controller. So that's nice. That is the PS4 controller. Onto the skin. So, first impressions. I'm holding it like this. First thing I noticed with the skin is that my grip, while it does have rivets, my grip does get a little lost, or it gets a little loose when I'm holding it like this. I game like this, I'll be playing, and I notice that the bottom of my hand slowly slip down. And I find personally that the standard, just how the controller is with no skin, feels better than this rubber But it is a nice aesthetic. I mean, you turn your controller blue, so that's cool. And now, otherwise, it feels great any other area. But, you know, you're not, when you're playing games, you really don't touch any other part but the buttons. But it is a beautiful aesthetic. I got to give it that. It's almost like you bought it painted on from the camera's point of view. But I do notice that while it is very, very, very tight on the controller, it does feel like your hands slip. Like if I'm doing this, I feel like the bottom, it's just kind of pushing up and slipping off, which is not what you want when you game. But for an entry-level grip for your controller, it's on there tight and it's going to do its purpose well. I don't usually smell things. It smells like a controller. But, so, I mean, yeah, it seamed beautifully. It's on there tight and it goes around the buttons perfectly. You know, a lot of the times, either aftermarket, off-market, I should say, like third-party grips and stuff like that are like loose and fall off. This is form-fitted to the controller. Like, I mean, it was probably hard to put it on. Just saying, because you have to get it over everything. But, yeah, I mean, oh, and your headphone port right there in the controller there, you can plug in your headset and listen to audio, you know. This thing will last you a good 4 or 5 hours before it dies down. Now, after use, and you use it a bunch, I mean, 2 to 3 hours is usually max on when your controller is near the end of its life. Now, things you can hook it up to, which is pretty cool. Any sort of computer like Mac, Windows, emulators, you can hook it up via Bluetooth to the Mac, to Windows. So if you want to play a game on your PC, a lot of the time the games will have controller configurations and you can hook up your controller directly to it. You can do that with this controller, which is really cool. You want to play PC games, you can buy a PS4 controller, which, by the way, they are $60 when they're not on sale. They are as much as a regular video game, a new video game. But this coming Black Friday, they will be $40 or $35. So get your hands on one, I swear. But they are pretty expensive. They're almost $100 if you think about it. $60 for one of these. Pretty sure you can find bundles somewhere where you can get it for like 80 for 2 or 90 for 2 or 100 for 2, you know. So you can hook again, you can hook these up. PS4 controllers are very unique because you can hook them up via Bluetooth to your PC, Windows, Mac. Usually it will not cause a lot of trouble. It can be complicated sometimes to set up the button configuration. However, hooking it up is usually very, 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 very easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very special upcoming Thanksgiving review of the PS4 controller and the PS4 skin that we have on it. I'm Job from History and Reviews, and just remember, y'all need Jesus.